Today I'm going to be discussing the GFSA format and using GEP properly according to METC 111 guidelines. Just so you know what acronyms mean, first of all, GEP is what you see an image of here. It's green engineering paper. It doesn't necessarily have to be green. I've seen tan, blue, pink, a lot of other things, but generally speaking, green is what I use. GFSA is the format that we're going to use to do things in METC 111 and in a lot of your other MET classes. GFSA stands for Given, Find, Solution, Answer. It is not only a format to use when you're solving a problem, it's a way of thinking. It really helps you align your thoughts when you're working in these engineering problems. So, with that said, part of the reason we use it also is because it helps others understand what we're attempting to do. It's very clear about the direction the problem is heading, and it states exactly what is being done in each section. So let's go ahead and take a look at the heading items first. You'll notice a couple of things. First, you'll see 5 boxes across the top. These boxes need filled out for every page that you are completing. You will also see margins at the right and left-hand sides of the paper. Those margins are not intended to write in, so those should be left blank. At the first box, we're going to start at the top left, and in this box up here, that's where you place the staple. Always staple your pages together when you turn them in for this course. So you don't have to write the word staple, but I'm going to write it here just to let you see what actually is going on. The next box, this box, is where the homework assignment or problem is going to be written. So in this case, so for example, if you're working on homework 1, you would write HW1. It is okay to abbreviate. In this case, this is lecture 1, so I'm going to write lecture 1. The next box is for the course. In this case, this course is METC 111. The next box is where your name goes. Your name must be written last name, comma, first. So, Nelson, comma, Josh. And then finally, the page number. You always put page numbers so that if you accidentally lose the last page, let's say you completed 8 pages and you lost 2 of them, you only turned in 6, well, this is one of the ways I know that when I'm grading your work and that you didn't just stop. So this is page 1 out of 1. Okay. So that's the heading information. Of course, if there was multiple pages, you'd have more than 1 on the bottom, but we'll continue from there. So GFSA, given, find, solution, answer. And the first thing you write is problem. We always want to say what problem we're working on. In this case, this was problem 1-14 from a previous book. By the way, all of these headings need to be underlined, and they need to be underlined using a straight edge. So, next of all, we have the given statement. And given, that is the information that you are specifically given about the problem. So in this case, we're given the density of aluminum. D equals, this is 5.26 slugs per cubic foot. And we're supposed to find so that's given. I'm sorry, let me back up for a second. On given, anything that is given at all that's not something standard. So for example, standard gravity 9.81 meters per second squared. I wouldn't expect to see that in the given information. But there could be diagrams in the given, there could be constants, any of that stuff. The next is find, and the find is the instructions for the problem, what you're supposed to find. So, for the find statement, in this case, the problem asks us to convert to SI units. Usually the find statement's pretty short. Just be concise and just try to say what you are supposed to do. Next is the solution block. And the solution block is where all of the work happens. Under solution, this is where we write the work. You draw free body diagrams, working diagrams, do calculations here, draw charts or tables here. That's where all of this information goes. In this case, we just need to do a conversion. So D equals 5.26 slugs per cubic foot. So first of all, I need to convert that slug to kilograms because slug is the US customary unit of mass and a kilogram is the SI unit of mass. So it takes 14.5938 kilograms to equal 1 slug. And that will cancel out. By the way, you'll notice I'm carrying 6 significant figures here. The requirement for METC 111 is 4 significant figures, but if I want it to be accurate to 4, I need to carry it to more than 4. So I carry to 6 throughout all my work, and then I round to 4 for the final answer. You are always allowed to give more significant figures than what's required. You are not allowed to give less. So if we want to convert cubic feet to SI units, cubic feet is 1 cubic foot is 0.0283168 cubic meters. And so 5.26 slugs per cubic foot is 2710.88 kilograms per cubic meter. Now that's an intermediate answer. And in the GFSA format, any intermediate answers you find need to be underlined 3 times. Using a straight edge once again. So, the last part, G is for given, F is for find, S is for solution, and A is for answer. GFSA. In the answer block, typically I write it at the bottom right, but I just put it wherever I have room on the page. All right, D equals 2711, rounded to 4 significant figures, kilograms per cubic meter. And then the answer actually gets boxed in. So that's given, find, solution, answer, GFSA. And that needs to be shown on every single problem. If you're going to continue a problem to the next page, you would just continue it by writing problem 1-14 and then continued after that. Okay, and then you would just keep going. You don't have to rewrite the word solution or anything.